Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this video based on the topic Job Sequencing with Deadlines. This problem is also solved by using greedy approach. So we are going to use greedy algorithm or greedy method to solve the problem. Now this problem is relatively easy to solve, but the introduction to the problem is going to be time consuming. Lot of parameters, lot of input data is given, due to which understanding the problem itself takes some time. Let's see what the problem is. We are given we are given n jobs, and we want to perform these jobs on a single machine. So only one machine is given to perform several jobs. And the problem is that the machine can perform only one job at a time. So it's not multitasking machine. Try to understand. It's a machine which can perform only one job at a time. And a big assumption is that to perform any job, machine requires exactly 1 unit of time. In 1 unit of time, any job gets completed. So you can imagine that we have a machine M, and there are n jobs: job 1, job 2, job 3, and so on. Such n jobs are there. Now, if you give any job to this machine, let's say you give job 1, only one job can be given at a time. So if you give job 1 to the machine at time t equal to 0, let's say. Right now the clock is showing 0 hours or 0 time. Then machine will perform this job 1 and give the completion of the job at time equal to 1. T is 1. So this job 1 was performed in the interval was 0 to 1. Observe, at time t equal to 0 the job was given to the machine, and at time 1 we got the output, we got the job completed. Similarly, if we give job 2, let's say job 2, job 1 is already done. Now if we give job 2 at time t equal to 1, because between 0 to 1 job 1 was done, and if we give job 2 at time t equal to 1, then the job 2 will be done by the machine, completed at time t equal to 2. So that means in the interval 1 to 2, in this interval, in 1 unit of time 1 to 2, from t equal to 1 up to t equal to 2, job 2 was done. That's what is the meaning of the line, only one job at a time can be done by the machine, and 1 unit of time is needed to complete any job from its submission time. Okay. Now, given we are also given profit and deadline of all n jobs, and they are given in the form of P. P means profit, and D. D means deadline. Two arrays have been given, and these arrays represent profit and deadline of all n jobs. We will try to understand what deadline is, but the profit is simple. Say profit of job 1 is 10. That means if you perform job 1, then you get profit of 10, maybe 10 rupees or whatever, in the form of money or whatever parameter you set. But on doing some job, what is the profit you will gain is given by P array, but then deadline is also given for that particular job. Now, as an example, before we read the next para, before we read this para, just check the data given here. Now we are given 7 jobs. Observe, n is 7. So 7 different jobs and only one machine. Now the P array, which means profit array, profit of all the jobs, is as shown. Profit of job 1 is 10. So if you perform job 1, you will get profit of 10. Similarly, if you perform job 6, you will get profit of 50. You can easily understand that some of the jobs will give you very high profit and some of the jobs will give very low profit, isn't it? Now we are given one more data here. We are given deadline. Deadline. D is the deadline here. So as you know, we have 7 jobs. Check that N is 7. So there are 7 deadlines. As you see, deadline of job 1 is 2. Now what this means, try to understand. Deadline of job 1 is 2 means that from t equal to 0 our clock starts ticking, and job 1 should be done on or before t equal to 2, because 2 is the deadline for job 1. Just check, after t equal to 2 you can't perform job 1 because the deadline of job 1 is 2. So once the clock shows 2, you can't perform job 1 after this particular time 2. Just as an example, you watch job 6. Just see job 6. Deadline of job 6 is 3. That means from the start of the time t equal to 0, the clock starts ticking and you can perform job 6 till t equal to 3, on or before t equal to 3. So you can perform job 6 immediately at t equal to 0 or t equal to 1 or t equal to 2 or t equal to 3. But you see, you can't perform the job after t equal to 3 because the deadline has already been violated in that case, isn't it? So that's the meaning of deadline. And there is no point in performing any job after the deadline has been crossed. It won't be accepted. It won't be accepted, and the jobs must be done within their deadlines. So for every job, you can see for job 1, profit is 10 and deadline is 2. For job 2, profit is 5 and deadline is 4. For job 3, profit is 30 and deadline is 3, and so on. This data has been given. Profit and deadline arrays have been given depicting profit of 7 jobs and deadline of 7 jobs. Okay. So now coming to this para which we left out. Now what's the para? You just read it with me. Our aim is we want to complete as many jobs as possible. It will be best if we perform all 7 jobs, but mostly it is not possible, most of the cases. So we want to complete as many jobs as possible and earn maximum profit. Again, this problem is about maximizing something. So this problem is an excellent example of optimization problem. Optimization problems deal with maximizing or minimizing certain quantity, and optimization problems can be best solved using greedy approach. Well, we want to earn maximum profit, but there is one constraint. The constraint or limitation is, but the jobs must be completed within the deadline. So you cannot perform a job once the deadline has been crossed. So many authors state this as perform subset of jobs. N jobs are there. Surely all jobs cannot be done, as you will see shortly, but perform subset of jobs such that profit is maximized and deadline is not violated. I hope you have understood all the parameters. I repeat in 2 or 3 sentences. We are given N jobs. We are given only one machine. That machine is not multitasking. It can do only one job at a time. But the point is that the machine can perform any job or complete any job in just one unit of time. We want to perform subset of jobs, complete them within their deadline, but our major aim is that the profit has to be maximized. Let's try to solve the given example. First, I will just solve it roughly. Okay. and then we will read out the contents given. I have solved it comprehensively over here by drawing some diagrams of arrays and all that. But let's see it roughly. Now you tell me you want to earn maximum profit. That's your aim, isn't it? Come on. Your aim is to perform the jobs in such a way that you will earn maximum money. So what do you think? Won't you always see the profit array first? Yes, I will do that surely because I want highest profit. So what I will do is I will see that job which gives me best profit, and the best profit given is by job number 6. Job number 6 is having highest profit of 50. So I will start the clock at t equal to 0, and I got only one machine, remember. I will give the job 6 to the machine. Job 6 will be given to the machine at time t equal to 0, and you know this job will be done at time equal to 1. So between 0 to 1 interval, 0 to 1 interval, job 6 can be done, isn't it? But can we do that? Let's see the deadline of job 6. The job 6 has a deadline of 3, you watch. That's great because the job 6 can wait. Actually, job 6 can wait till t equal to 3. But we have already done job 6 between 0 to 1. That means we have performed this high priority job. You can say high profit job well before its deadline. Great. Okay. So between 0 to 1, we have performed job 6. Imagine. Now, let's see the profit array again. In the profit array, we see the next best job is the third job because it has the profit of 30. Just check this. So that is the next highest profit. So obviously the clock has already shown t equal to 1. So at t equal to 1, we will give our machine the job number 3. And if we give job number 3 at t equal to 1, you know the machine will complete the job at t equal to 2 within 1 unit of time. That means we are going to perform job 3 in the interval 1 to 2. But is this okay? Let's see what is the deadline of job 3. Deadline of job 3, as you see, is 3. That means job 3 can be performed up to t equal to 3 till t equal to 3 because the deadline is 3, and we have already finished this job at t equal to 2. Observe, it has been done in interval 1 to 2. Great. That means in the interval 1 to 2, job 3 has been performed. So high priority jobs, high profit jobs, that is job 6 and job 3, are done well before their deadline. Before the deadline, I repeat, because deadline of both these jobs was 3 and clock has just not shown 3 yet. Okay, now which job will you next take? Check the profit array. We are greedy for highest profit. So we will take job 4 because the profit of this job is now 20, which is the next highest. So the clock has already shown t equal to 2. So at t equal to 2, we will give job number 4, which has profit 20. Then if we give this job at t equal to 2, it will be performed till t equal to 3. That means we are planning to do job 4 in the interval 2 to 3. But is this okay? Let's see the deadline of job 4. Deadline of job 4 is 2. Oh good lord, look at that. Deadline of job 4 is 2, and we cannot perform job 4 between 2 to 3. Observe this. How can you perform job 4 between 2 to 3? Because the deadline itself is 2. So you should have performed this job 4 well before 2, isn't it? Before this deadline, it should have been finished. But you can't perform it between 2 to 3. So what shall we do then? Here comes the big point about job sequencing. That's why it is known as sequencing, job sequencing. What are we doing is we are setting up the sequence of the jobs. So while setting up the sequence of the jobs, we can reorder the jobs. We had a plan of doing job 6 first, isn't it? Then we had a plan of doing job 3, isn't it? But then we got stuck. We cannot do job 4 because the deadline of job 4 was 2. But you observe, this you must get, okay? Hello, dear students. This must click, all of you. You just check the job 3. I am again encircling it. Job 3. Hello. If you check job 3, it could have waited till 3, deadline 3. What we can do is we can ask job 3 to perform between 2 to 3. What do you say? Because third job, I am again encircling over here. Third job has a deadline 3. So we can ask job 3 just to wait for one more time interval. It can be done between 2 to 3, then we won't be violating the deadline of job 3 at all. So here comes the reordering. Between t equal to 1 and t equal to 2, we can perform job 4. You check this, job 4 can be performed here between 1 to 2, isn't it? So job 4, I am overwriting it, is performed between 1 to 2, and the deadline is not violated because job 4 is having a deadline of 2. And then between 2 to 3, we can perform job 3. Job 3, although having high profit, we have made it wait because its deadline is not violated. And now it is done. I'm so sorry. It is done between 2 to 3, isn't it? Check that job 3 is now reordered. It is performed between 2 to 3. Are we violating any of the deadlines? No, not at all. Repeating, job 6, job 6, deadline 3, we have already performed it between 0 and 1. Job 4, observe job 4, deadline 2, job 4 has deadline 2, observe the array. It is performed between 1 to 2, deadline not violated. Job 3, observe job 3 in the array, deadline 3, we have performed it between 2 to 3, deadline not violated. Okay, now which job will you consider? Of course, we should consider this first job, which has highest profit now, 10. But what's the deadline? You observe, deadline is 2. Oh my God, now there is serious problem now. Deadline is 2. Now you observe 0 to 1, 1 to 2. These are the slots we are having. 2 to 3, then 3 to 4. Clock is ticking 1 unit of time. 0 to 1, job 6 done. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, job 4 done. 2 to 3, job 3 done. Okay. And now job 1, concentrate on job 1. Deadline is 2. You cannot fit this job anywhere here. You can't say, okay, I will perform job 2 here because the deadline of job 1. So, I'm so sorry, job 1. You cannot perform job 1 between 1 to 2 because there is a high priority, high profit job sitting there. We cannot foolishly say, okay, we will remove job 4, we will remove this job 4, and we will put job 1. But job 1 done in this interval will give low profit. So what we do is we sacrifice. We will sacrifice job 1 and we will say job 1 cannot be done. I hope you are understanding what's going on, isn't it? I hope you are understanding. So I'll redraw this. What was done really is between 0 to 1, job 6 was done, correct? Between 1 to 2, although low priority, but it was job 4 done because deadline of job 4 was 2. Then between 2 to 3, high priority actually, between 2 to 3, this job 3 was done. You check that deadline is 3. So job 3 was done. Great. And then job 1 was rejected actually. Job 1 could not be done because there is no point in replacing this high priority job with a low priority job and saying that, hello, I have then followed the deadline of job 1. It is better to follow deadline of job 4 because job 4 is going to give high profit, isn't it? Okay, which job will you now next consider? It should be job 7, I think, because after 50, 30, 20, 10, 7 is the highest profit. But look at its deadline. Again, deadline is 2. Same explanation. We will sacrifice this. There is no sense in pulling out job 4 and putting job 7, which has a profit of very low. 7 is the profit of job 7 and sacrificing high profit job. Now, which job will you next take? It should be the only job remaining, which is having profit of 5. Second job. But look at the deadline. Deadline is 4. Great. Deadline is 4. Don't you see that slot 3 to 4 is still vacant? Clock 3 to 4 can be done in this period of time. Job 4 can be done. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Job 2 can be done. Job 2, as you are watching, is having deadline of 4 and it can be done within that interval. You can see that we have not violated the deadline of job 2, and hence, oh, there is one more job remaining. This is now the fifth job is remaining. Fifth job is having profit of 3, very low profit, isn't it? And watch its deadline. Deadline is 1. Do you see that in these slots, there is no place for fitting this job? You cannot perform this job between 0 to 1. It will be so silly if you perform and say that I have now followed the deadline. It should have been completed in one time, or from t equal to 0 to 1. So I have sacrificed job 6. Hello, job 6 cannot be sacrificed. It is having high profit. Then we have gone through all these jobs have been now considered, and only job 6, 4, 3, 2 can be done. 6, 4, 3, 2. So whatever is the profit of these jobs, profit are 50. The next profit I think is 30. Job 4, job 3 is, I think, yeah, sorry, job 4 is having profit of 20, job 3 is 30, and job 2 is 5. So the total profit earned will be equal to 105. You can't earn profit more than this. Now, all these things I have shown in the form of job array. What's the good idea is you construct a job array. J is the job array, and you show the slots 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Now I have gone up to 6 to 7 because there are 7 jobs. This is very silly because we don't have a deadline at all in our array, in our data, deadline 7. We don't have. The highest deadline that we are having is 4. So actually I could have constructed only up to 3 to 4. That's enough, because after this fourth deadline you can't perform anything, isn't it? But still I have shown this entire array J. For every job I have constructed a deadline. Now you can understand that sixth job number 6 is performed, high priority job between 0 to 1. But remember, job number 6 had deadline equal to 3. So we are performing it between 0 to 1, well before the time. Then the next job we considered was job 3, which was having profit of 30, and the deadline of that job was 3, given in the array. So we are performing job 3 in the deadline 1 to 2, between the time interval 1 to 2. But remember, deadline of this job 3 had deadline equal to 3. So we are performing this job well before the time. Now we will consider job 4, which has the profit of 20. But there is a problem. The deadline of this job is 2, and we have already performed some job till 2 here. So you can't perform this job number 4, which has profit of 20. Here comes the reordering of the jobs. So what we have done is, here we had performed job 3. Actually we have put it from 2 to 3, isn't it? And job 3 has a deadline 3, so it can be performed over here. And then job 4 was done between 1 to 2. I hope you are understanding the reordering of the jobs. Next, I have written job 1 cannot be done. I have written the problem, as you see, because the deadline has been already passed. So the array remains as it was, no change. And then job 7 also cannot be done because the deadline has been passed. So the array remains the same as given in the previous step. And job number 2 can be done because deadline of job number 2 is 4, and 3 to 4 slot was vacant. So we can perform job number 2. What's given next is job number 5 again cannot be done because the deadline of this job is 1. Come on, how can you now do this job number 5? Because we have a high profit job sitting at 0 to 1. So job number 5 was also not performed. Finally, the jobs done were 6, 4, 3, 2. So these are the profits of these jobs. 105 is the maximum profit. Okay. Now consider another example before we leave this particular video. We are given 6 jobs and profit and deadlines are given. Let's solve it very, very fast. Let's show J array. Okay, J array is 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Okay, that's enough, I think. 3 to 4 cannot be done because the highest deadline is 3. Let's take the maximum profit job. Maximum profit job is having profit 30 and deadline 2. So we will perform job which is having profit 30. Let's number the jobs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so job number 5 is done between 0 to 1. Notice deadline of this job was 2 actually, and we are performing it well before time. Okay. Now which job will you now next consider? I think it should be 20, isn't it? This first job, which is having high profit of 20, but look at the deadline. Oh, deadline is 3, lot of time we are having. So we can perform it between 1 to 2. This job 1 is performed, but listen, deadline of this job was 3. It could have waited for one more time interval, isn't it? Okay. Now the next job I think should be this 15 which I am encircling. Job number 6. But there is a problem. The deadline of this job is 1. Very interesting problem. Now the deadline of this job is 1, sixth job, and you observe deadline of the highest priority job is 2 and the deadline of the first job is 3. So how about rearranging the jobs like this? I will do job 6, which is having profit of 15 in 0 to 1. Good. Deadline of job 6 was 1. It is not violated. Then I will do job number 5, which is having profit of 30 between 1 to 2. Very good. See job number 5, profit 30, deadline 2, not violated. Then I will do job number 1, profit 20 between 2 to 3. See the deadline of job 1, it is 3, not violated. Isn't it great? So that's what is reordering of the jobs. Now the next job obviously we will take is second job, which is having profit of 1, sorry, deadline of 1. You can't fit this now. You cannot sacrifice any of the high priority jobs saying that I want that slot 0 to 1 because I want to perform job number 2 by sacrificing high priority job. Don't do this, job number 2. Similarly, the next high profit is this fourth job, isn't it? Which is having profit of 8, but what's the deadline is 3 and 2 to 3 has been already consumed the slot for job number 1, so can't be performed. And job 3, which is having very low profit and the deadline is 2, also cannot be performed because between 1 to 2 job number 5 is already done. So finally we have got job 6, jobs done are 6, 5 and 1 and the profits are 15, 30 and 20. These are the profits. So we are going to get 50 plus 15. So that's going to be 65 is the maximum profit that we are going to get. I hope you have understood sequencing of the jobs such that deadlines are not violated and profit is maximized. Thank you very much.